and the Beanstalk. A long time ago, in a magical land far away, on a quiet little farm, lived an old widow, her son Jack, and their cow. Every morning Jack woke up, jumped out of bed, and took the cow's milk to market to be sold. One day the cow gave no milk. "What are we going to do?" asked Jack's mother. "We have no money, and we've been unable to find you a job on any of the farms nearby." "Don't worry, Mother," said Jack confidently. "I'll take the cow to market, sell her, and we will see what we can do." So Jack went out into the garden to find the cow.
Can you help Jack find the cow? Point to objects on the screen with the Wii remote and press the A button to see where the cow is hiding. There we are. Now Jack is ready for his trip to the market.
Jack and the cow walked down the dusty old path leading from his house and made their way towards the local town where the market was held. When Jack and the cow were halfway to the market, they met a kindly old man who stopped them on the road. "Good morning, Jack," said the old man. "Where are you off to on this fine day?" Jack wondered how the old man knew his name. "I'm off to market to sell my cow," replied Jack. The cow let out a loud moo. "You look like a smart fellow," said the old man. "I have an offer for you. I have some beans, but they're very special magic beans. I'll swap you a handful of my magic beans for your cow." "That's a terrible trade," said Jack. "My cow is worth much more than some old beans. What makes them so special?" The old man smiled at Jack. "Well, if you put these in the ground, then by the next morning they'll grow right up to the sky." "And if that doesn't happen," continued the old man, "then you can have the cow back." "Right," said Jack, and he took a handful of beans from the old man.
Can you help Jack count the beans? Point to each bean using the Wii remote and press the A button to count it. That's 1 bean, 2 beans, 3 beans, 4 beans, 5 beans, 6 magic beans.
Jack said goodbye to the old man, left his cow, and headed back home to his mother. When Jack arrived home, his mother asked him how much money he managed to get for the cow. You'll never guess, Mother, said Jack. 5 coins? 10 coins? Not 20 coins? She asked excitedly. No, I mean, you'll never be able to guess, Mother. You see, I met this old man who gave me some magical beans. What? Cried his mother. You traded our only cow for beans, you fool! And with that she grabbed the beans and went to throw them out of the window.
Can you help Jack's mother get rid of the beans? Grasp each bean with the A button on the Wii remote and release it at the edge of the screen to throw it away. Can you help Jack's mother get rid of the beans? Grasp each bean with the A button on the Wii remote and release it at the edge of the screen to throw it away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that makes 6.
The beans landed in the soft soil outside of the window and magically started to sink downwards into the ground. That night, Jack was sent to bed without any supper. The next morning, Jack woke up and the room looked different. The sun was shining outside, but only a little light managed to get into his bedroom. Jack rushed outside to see what was blocking the window. Jack couldn't believe what he saw. The magical beans that his mother threw out of the window the day before had grown into a huge beanstalk, which reached all the way up to the clouds. Jack raced back into the house, up to his bedroom, and over to the bedroom window.
Can you help Jack get to the beanstalk? Point to the bedroom window with the Wii remote and press the A button to help Jack open it. Quick, Jack! Out the window!
Jack grabbed onto the huge beanstalk outside his window and started to climb. Jack climbed and climbed and climbed some more. When Jack reached the top of the beanstalk, he found a magical land which stretched as far as he could see. In front of him were 3 paths leading off into the distance.
Help Jack choose which path to follow. Point to a path with the Wii remote and press the A button to select it.
Jack walked along the outside of the forest, whistling a happy tune. Some deer poked their heads out of the forest as he walked past. When Jack finally reached the end of the path, he was quite surprised to find a huge house. Outside the house stood a very tall woman. "Good morning," Jack called out, being as polite as possible. "I'm quite hungry. I didn't have supper last night, and I just climbed quite a way. Would you be able to give me some breakfast?" "You're after breakfast, are you?" replied the very tall woman. "Well, you better be running along, or it'll be you that'll end up as breakfast. My husband is an ogre, and there's nothing he likes more than a little boy broiled on toast." "I'll probably collapse from hunger before your husband gets a chance to eat me for breakfast," replied Jack. Now, the ogre's wife had a kind heart, so she took him into the kitchen and gave him a chunk of bread, a slice of cheese, and a glass of milk. Suddenly, the house started to shake. Thump, thump, thump. "Oh no," said the ogre's wife. "It's my husband. Quick, hide."
Jack needs to hide, and quickly. Can you help Jack hide behind the bookcase? When you find the bookcase, point to it with the Wii remote and press the A button. Here's a good place to hide.
Just as the ogre opened the door, Jack dived behind the bookcase in the corner of the room. The ogre made his way to the kitchen to see his wife. "What is that smell?" boomed the ogre. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll have his bones to grind my bread." "Don't be silly, dear," said the ogre's wife. "You're imagining things. You should have some breakfast." So the ogre sat down and hungrily ate his breakfast while Jack hid nearby. After breakfast, the ogre pulled some old cloth bags full of gold coins from a chest and started to count his gold. Soon his head began to nod and he fell asleep. Jack snuck out from behind the bookcase and up to the sleeping giant. He slowly reached out and grabbed one of the bags of gold, then made his way to the door. Outside the house, Jack sprinted as fast as he possibly could down the path and back to the beanstalk. As he reached it, the bag of gold split open and gold coins spilled all over the ground.
Can you help Jack pick up the gold coins off the floor? Point to each of the 6 coins with the Wii remote and press the A button. That's 1 coin, 2 coins, 3, 4, 5 coins. Nearly there. 6 coins. Now Jack has all the coins.
When Jack had picked up all the gold coins, he climbed back down the beanstalk. When he reached the house, he showed his mother the gold and told her all about his adventure. Jack and his mother lived happily for a while, until one day when Jack decided to climb back up the beanstalk to see what other adventures he could have. And so he climbed and climbed and climbed. And in no time he found himself back outside the ogre's house, where the ogre's wife was once again standing. "Good morning," said Jack, being as polite as possible. "Would you be able to spare some breakfast? I'm starving." "Run along, little boy," said the ogre's wife, "or my husband will eat you up for breakfast. Aren't you the boy who came here before? A bag of gold went missing that day." "That's certainly strange," replied Jack. "I might know something about it, but I'm so hungry I can't possibly speak until I've had something to eat." So the ogre's wife took Jack inside and gave him some breakfast. But before Jack could touch his breakfast, the house began to shake. "It's my husband! Quick, hide!" cried the woman.
Quick! Jack needs to hide again. Point to the red pot with the Wii remote and press the A button. Good job! The ogre will never find Jack here.
Jack had just vanished behind the plant pot when the ogre burst through the door to the house. "What is that smell?" asked the ogre. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman." "I don't know what you're talking about," said the wife. "You should sit down and have some breakfast." So once again the ogre ate his breakfast, and after he finished he pulled a magical hen out of a cage which sat nearby. "Lay!" ordered the ogre, and the hen laid a beautiful golden egg. Soon after, the ogre fell fast asleep, and the house shook with his snoring. Jack came out from behind the plant pot and slowly crept his way over to the hen.
Can you help Jack catch the hen which lays the golden eggs? Point to the hen with the Wii remote and press the A button to catch it. Good work! Time for Jack to escape.
However, just as Jack ran towards the door with the hen, it let out a loud cluck and woke up the ogre. Jack dared not look back and sprinted out of the house and towards the beanstalk before the ogre could see him. Jack climbed back down the beanstalk and showed the magical hen to his mother, who was very, very happy. Time passed, and once again Jack decided to see what adventures he could find up the beanstalk. He woke early one morning and opened up the window in his bedroom.
Can you help Jack get to the beanstalk? Point to the window with the Wii remote and press the A button to help Jack open it. Look, there's the beanstalk.
Once again he climbed and climbed until he reached the top of the beanstalk. This time he was sure that the ogre's wife wouldn't be happy to see him, so he hid in some bushes near the house. When the ogre's wife came outside to get some water from the well, Jack crept inside and hid under the table. Jack hadn't been there for long when he heard the usual thump, thump, thump of the ogre returning home, and into the house walked the ogre and his wife. "What is that smell?" asked the ogre. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman." "That must be the boy who stole your gold and your hen," cried the ogre's wife, and they ran around the house trying to find Jack.
Can you help Jack distract the ogre and his wife? Remember the red plant pot and the bookcase where Jack hid during his previous adventures? Point at each of them with the Wii remote and press the A button to get the ogre to check again. Rah! Where is he?
Luckily for Jack, they didn't check the one place where he was hidden, safely under the table. "Well," said the ogre's wife, "your nose must be playing up again because he isn't here. Sit down and have some breakfast." So the ogre sat down and ate his breakfast, but every so often he would check somewhere else in the room for Jack, and then sit down again looking confused. Luckily for Jack, not once did he check under the table. "Bring me my golden harp," said the ogre. So his wife brought it over and placed it on the table in front of him. "Sing," said the ogre, and the harp started to play the most beautiful melody Jack had ever heard. Soon the ogre fell asleep, and the house was once again filled with the booming sound of his snoring. Jack crept out from under the table and, as quietly as he possibly could, made his way towards the ogre. When Jack reached the golden harp, he quickly grabbed it. However, the harp started to call for its master, and the ogre woke up with a start. The ogre looked down to see Jack running towards the door, carrying the golden harp, and quickly ran after him. Jack raced through the door and towards the beanstalk, with the ogre following him.
Quick! Help Jack outrun the ogre. Swing the Wii remote up and down to make Jack run faster, so he doesn't get caught. Keep running, Jack. The ogre is getting closer. Almost there. You made it.
Jack reached the beanstalk and started to climb down as fast as he could. All the time, the golden harp cried out to the ogre. The ogre soon reached the beanstalk and started to climb down after Jack. Jack continued to climb, his heart racing. The ogre continued to chase him, and the golden harp continued to cry out for its master. When Jack was nearly home, he shouted out for his mother to bring him an axe. Jack's mother heard his cries and ran out of their house carrying an axe. Jack jumped off the beanstalk, dropped the harp, grabbed the axe, and started to chop at the base of the beanstalk.
Can you help Jack chop down the beanstalk? Swing the Wii remote left or right in a chopping motion to help Jack. Hurry! The ogre is coming. Nice swing. Do it again. It's halfway there. Just one more swing. You did it. Well done.
Jack chopped, and very soon the giant beanstalk started to topple. The giant beanstalk fell to the ground with a huge thump, which was heard for miles around. The ogre landed deep in a forest nearby, and just like the old man who sold Jack the magic beans, he was never seen again. Jack showed his mother the golden harp, and along with the hen which laid the golden eggs, they lived happily ever after. The end.